Everybody, it's Invicta. It's time for another Eden Run here, the Binding of Isaac Victor Repentance series. Happy actual Wednesday. Okay, I'm not going to do that anymore, but happy Wednesday, Mosh Pit. Hope your weeks have gone off to a great start. Your midweek is even better for you than when it started. We're waiting for another video to cross 3,000 likes, so hopefully today is a little bit more of a banger run. Over the last couple of days, we had a little bit of it's like been a pair of stinkers, but I think that today, or at least I hope that today is going to be much better. But of course, you already know from the thumbnail and the title. I don't know yet because I haven't played the run, but something I do know is that today's meme of the day is absolutely hilarious, sent in here by Styx. Title thread was episode 935, Bony Army. Our Bony Army continues to grow, and they're dead. Yeah, that became one of the most popular clips from the new era of clipping stuff on the Sinvicta YouTube channel. Also, Styx went on to say in the thread, I got Reddit just for the Sinvicta subreddit, had to make the meme for this one. I absolutely love it. And yeah, that's the first thing I thought of. I love the low effort as well without even trying to like get rid of like the white background or anything on the PNG. So I know it's Wednesday today, but I just decided to play Eden just because Eden. You guys gonna be Whiskey out X-Ray Bravo Quebec 6-1 November 2. We've got ourselves, well, really good damage and pretty decent tears rate as well as pause, which does that until you end up shooting. And yes, it does work with orbitals. Orbitals are very, very strong with pause. And sure, we might as well go into the curse room since there's that one red heart there. Okay, well, you know what? We'll come back to that. Unless, of course, I forget, which I probably will, then you can yell at me in the comments. Just like I forgot to pick up the map in that one episode. I forget to, like, do a lot of things. I mean, like, it shouldn't really be that surprising to anyone. You know, like, I don't know how many times I've said it over the years that I'm not the perfect Isaac player. I don't try to be the perfect Isaac player. I don't try to, like, set any records. I just play the game. You know, there are plenty of other people who are way better at the game than I am, and I don't sit here and try to pretend like I'm something I'm not. I get forgetful. You know, what can I say? That's just, I'm a human Isaac player. Until, like, you know, the AI overlords take over, and then well, maybe I will become some sort of cybernetic creature by the end of this century, and you know, maybe the Isaac videos will just kind of write themselves. So sure, it's already probably happened. There's probably already like AI scripted YouTube gamer content out there. Like, it's, you know, we got VTubers, and now all of a sudden the AI is going to be taking all of our jobs away. It took our jobs. I don't know what I'm talking about. Been watching a lot of South Park lately. So if we get in trouble here, I could indeed use pause if we really, really needed to. I shouldn't, especially with this tears rate and damage. Obviously, getting ourselves a nice movement speed upgrade there with the virus is going to be very, very helpful. I am going to go double back and go to the secret room because I know it's there. We just didn't have a bomb when I was in this room prior. We also got Mom's Lipstick, which gives us a range upgrade. Nothing spectacular. It does give us a heart. And again, we're going to use that to kind of pay for our entry into the curse room. Ourselves a luck upgrade here as well. So yeah, not a bad start, you know. There's something telling me that this is a mini boss. I don't know why. Just gas, I guess. Yeah, I've been watching a lot of South Park. It's, you know, South Park is. Didn't mean to pick that up. South Park is one of those shows that, you know, I've always generally enjoyed, but there's certain aspects to it that get a little bit tiring after a while. Particularly like a character, arguably the most popular character on the show is Cartman. I think I don't think anyone's going to argue with that. Some people will say Randy, and yeah, you know, I love Randy. I like Randy way more than Cartman, and this is kind of like where I'm going with this, is that, like, as the show progressed on, like, Cartman became a much more easy to hate character. And I don't mean, like, in a likable, ironic sense, like, oh, well, yeah, it's Cartman, we still love him. Like, I legit, like, really started getting annoyed with Cartman in the later seasons. Like, his shtick kind of gets old after a while, but, like, also, he just makes increasingly just dumber and dumber, like, crusades against stuff that just doesn't really matter a whole lot. I'm not going to get debated into this. So we do have this red heart in the shop, which is important because that means that hybrid heart that just dropped is actually going to turn into a soul heart instead of a red heart. I thought about picking it up now, but that doesn't make any sense because we're about to go in the curse room. So, but yeah, it's kind of like Breaking Bad in a way too. Like, and no, I'm not equating Breaking Bad to South Park. I'm just saying in this one particular instance, I'm not going to save the half heart because we're about to get that half heart back plus another half heart. I could use the Fool card. I'm not going to. I think it's more value for us if we end up saving that to get out of a challenge room. All I'm saying is that as Breaking Bad continued to progress, the more I disliked Walt, right? The main character. I'm not going to sit here and say that that Cartman is the main character of South Park. It's absolutely Stan and his family. But I do think that it kind of parallels my feelings towards Walt as Breaking Bad continued to kind of progress through the series. And Curse the Blind on floor 2. All right. All right. It's going to be that kind of midweek, huh, game? Yeah, that's kind of just what I'm getting at here. I still liked Walt at the end of the series, but I definitely liked him a lot less. You know, he became sort of like that unlikable character. It's just like every time he's on the screen, he gets exhausting after a while. Same thing kind of goes with Cartman. Cartman, like, you know, he usually it's a you guys. I can't believe it. Can you believe that they're doing X now? I'm tired of being pushed around and ridiculed. Like, you know, that's the whole shtick for like the beginning of Act 1. And then Act 2, some ironic twist happens where Cartman now has to deal with like the consequences of his actions. And then by Act 3, everything goes back to normal. Like, it's very formulaic. And yes, I am aware of the irony of me saying that something is formulaic, having played the same game for, you know, going on a decade now. But hey, I am, if anything, self-aware. Okay. Plus, like, I'm nowhere near as popular as South Park, so whatever. Anyway, that's all I'm just trying to say. Like, the earlier seasons of South Park, where Cartman wasn't always the main focus, were definitely a lot more enjoyable for me anyway. The real tipping point for Cartman is definitely later on in the series as the show continues to age, and they find like they get more into like social and political issues. That's where Cartman really starts to kind of get tiring. No, we cannot. By the way, if you're wondering what that glow was there, that was from the shiny rock that we have. It will show you where tinted rocks are and also where crawl spaces are. So the Soul of Eden will re-roll items and re-roll stuff on the ground. It's a D6 and a D20 all in one, which is cool. But the problem is that we can't see what we're re-rolling out of and what we're rolling into. So it's definitely one of those items that we're just going to have to save for a floor where we can actually, like, you know, see what we're picking up. And Curse of the Blind really, really slows your... It honestly... It halts your momentum to a very, very large degree. What, you didn't think I was going to use pause? You thought that poor old Invicta was going to forget that he had pause. Come on now. Come on now. Give me a little bit of credit. Give me Sty. Yeah, that is a single devil deal item, single heart devil deal item, which I do not want. And I'm not going to waste a reroll on it. Even if we reroll into something different, it's not guaranteed to be a devil deal, so the big nothing burger of a floor. I know. Trust me, I hear you. Some of y'all out there saying, well, you've used to take blind items in the past. What's the deal with this floor now? Well, the thing is that it's all situational, right? Like, here we are. We have a great start. We're not in a place of desperation where we absolutely have to get every single item that's presented to us, regardless if it's blind or not. So why risk throwing away this run for a blind item that could end up completely undoing what we have right now, which is a very solid start, versus, oh, well, we could have just taken this and then, at least we took blind items because we're a brave player and we like to take risks. Like, no. I play to win. I don't play for... It's not that I don't play for enjoyment, but I'm enjoying myself when I'm winning. I'm not enjoying myself whenever, the game screws us and that sort of thing. So I'm not going to give the game an opportunity to sit here and be like, oh, I bet you wish you could have gotten that bomb back. Or I bet you wish you could have gotten that roll back. You know what I mean? Like, to me, it's not worth it. Absolutely would have saved a reroll for that had there been any item in there. We still could technically reroll those pills, but Luna is Luna's an okay pickup for us. It's not going to give us any benefit on this floor other than simply walking to the secret room and super secret room. But on the next floor, we'll spawn some extra stuff, which I'm looking forward to. And of course, getting the half heart of HP is also very nice. On top of the fact you get a semi-permanent tears upgrade. It's a floor permanent tears upgrade, which is it lasts for the duration of the floor. And also on top of that, you get to see where one of the secret rooms are for free. So it sort of is a soft indicator of where you should be going towards the boss, kind of in a way. I don't know how those bomb flies are still alive. I was trying to hit that mushroom, but I managed to ding every single bomb fly there for like one shot away from death. I don't know how I did that. Of course, you did see that rock light up there, and that indicates that there's a crawl space. But the thing is that we have no access into there. So, super secret room is south of the room that we were just in, by the way. Like an almost guaranteed spot there. Yeah, you know, I've said it for many years. I make mistakes. I don't try to act like I don't make mistakes in this game. But I try to help out people and point out my mistakes, or like say, hey, I should have done this. We're definitely gonna get hit there. Our movement speed is not up to task for double champion Gerties. Oh, last possible second we can get hit. Get a tears upgrade, which is fine. We need to go back and go get the item room, as well as the shop. And there's the crawl space. And sometimes I catch my mistakes, like forgetting something, and sometimes I don't. And it's just, I think that's called being human. Or like, you know, recording a video and then forgetting to upload it. Okay, all right, now I'm done. I know. I like to beat myself up. It keeps you in check, you know? Yeah. Jumper cables is just a better overall pickup here. There is something to be said for having the 9-volt with pause for sure if you had an orbital, which we don't. So obviously later on, having the 9-volt will help us out greatly, but there's still more value in the jumper cables just because you just get more charges out of your spacebar item, right? That's what you want. Not sure why that tier is just suspended like that, but I kind of hate it because I can't move over there. Yeah, so this, I don't know if I'm going to get hit by that tier, and I'm not going to let the game find out. The tinted rock there, we're better off going for the tinted rock over the crawl space. That could have been a bomb and could have given us access to the crawl space, so now we have to make a decision. Do we go into the mob trap room to see if we can get a bomb to gain access to the crawl space? And the answer is yes, and the answer is I wish we didn't. So the poker chips, you know, the poker chips could be good. It gives you either double the payout from a chest or gives you nothing. It's 50-50. It's no in between. The shiny rock, honestly, is a trinket that we don't talk about a whole lot because I simply just don't ever see it, or I just don't pick it up. But, you know, it has its value. It's given us a crawl space. No, I don't count the tinted rock because I saw the tinted rock from a mile away anyway. Hey, look at that. We do get a bomb, so... let's go over and go see if we can get some hope over meow. Get Leech. Honestly, I'm fine with Leech because Leech will operate independently from Isaac and also can damage stuff while things are paused. I think. I don't know if that's 100% true. I guess we'll find out the next time I have a full charge on pause. I believe that leech operates independently from pause. I think. Like I said, we'll test it out here in a second. Blood bombs. It is going to give us an HP upgrade. Also gives us an infinite amount of bombs as long as we have HP, which is good. We no longer have to worry about not being able to get into the secret rooms from like Luna and stuff. The little razor blades that we fire off thanks to the apple will also deal double damage, which is a very significant damage upgrade the higher that your luck rating goes. Of course, we get into a room where I can't test pause and the leech. Get to go see Godzilla -1 color. I'm looking forward to seeing it again. This will be the first time I've ever, and I mean ever, gone to see a movie in theaters more than once after I've already seen it. Because I've never, ever done that before. And, you know, I've talked about, like, just how good -1 really is. But this is like your last chance. Oh, it does actually pause leech, I think. No. Okay, yeah, I didn't think so. But, like, this is your last chance to see one of the best movies ever in theaters as it was intended. So if you've still been on the fence about it, go see it. It is, like, after having like a month to digest the movie now, and after talking about it in multiple Isaac videos, like, it is the best Godzilla movie that you ever see. It's probably in my top 10 favorite movies of all time. And I would feel like I'm doing you a disfavor. That's not even a word, but I'm going to say it is. I would be doing you a disservice as an influencer to not try to influence you to go see this movie. Even if you're not a Godzilla fan, even if you're just a casual sci-fi fan or casual monster movie, or not even a monster movie fan, like just a casual movie fan, I promise you will love it. You will absolutely love this movie. So I'm gonna go see it in the newly remastered Godzilla -1 color, which is obviously they're trying to make more money, but you know, after the not disaster, but after the sort of like middling, you know, Godzilla has been kind of a little bit of a standstill since Shin Godzilla, which by the way is the second best Godzilla movie, in my opinion. Now it was my favorite, but now it's obviously taken a backseat to -1, but Toho knows what they have here, and I really hope they make non-campy sequels to -1. It's honestly though, like in a way they could. It's almost like they can't. You know, it's like it gets into. Wow, we found another devil deal. That's my biggest fear when it comes to -1 is if they decide to make sequels, I hope it doesn't go into a Jaws 2, Jaws 3, Jaws 4 The Revenge area. You know what I mean? Like I hope that the producers are smart enough to maybe just leave it as is. Like they never made a sequel to Shin Godzilla, and it's still widely regarded as now probably the second greatest Godzilla movie ever, other than the original, of course. But man, I would love to see a continuation of seeing what a fully grown -1 Godzilla could do. And they know that Toho knows that they've got like they don't even have to be told. Like they just look at the box office numbers. I read that that -1 is literally back into the top 10 of the domestic box office here in the U.S. with the re-release of Minus Color, and all it is just a black and white remaster of the same movie, and it's back in the top 10. Like that just shows like how good the movie is. So anyway, I kind of deserve that. Anyway, I won't talk about -1 anymore. Just go see it. Bet you didn't know you could detonate a secret door from blowing up Chubb, did you? Did ya? Now you want to see a big brain Sinvicta play? Watch this. So we're gonna lose the virus, and we're gonna just be upset at this. But I am gonna take the Eternal Desizzle, and you already may see where I'm going with this. You might see where I'm going with this. That's right, Sinvicta smart. Sinvicta smart. We're gonna embrace chaos. Well, you know, I should get this chest for. Oh, I'm glad I did.
Soul of Eden.
So we get Juice's freaking shadow and Mom's box. I'm willing to risk Mom's box to get a roll with the Eternal Desizzle and lose absolutely everything because that's just what it does. That's just how the Eternal Desizzle do. But hey, we got a Tears up, we got a range up. And we have Juice's shadow, so we can turn into Black Judas again if we really, really have to. And after the last time we were Dark Judas, we probably need a little bit of a redemption. Thank God we had the Ankh the other day. That was not good. The planetarium here because we keep skipping all the item rooms, and Saturnus is Saturn bad, and Jupiter is, however, not. Oh baby. Now, you talk about like a comeback item of the year nominee anyway for 2023. Let's talk about freaking Jupiter. Let's forget -1 for a little bit and talk about freaking Jupiter. Jupiter is an absolutely incredible item. Now, at first glance, and also the first time that I've ever seen or even talked about Jupiter, I was not for it. I thought it was a trash item. I was like, this is awful. Like, it makes you move so slow. Yada yada yada. It sucks. I hate it. Blah blah blah. So what's up with the big redo here? Well, let me tell you something, brother. Let me tell you something, sister. The gas damage that you can get from Jupiter does not have a diminishing return. You can use it infinitely inside of any room as long as you let your movement speed charge up a little bit, and it does enough damage to where it can absolutely hard carry you through any run. You do not need damage upgrades for Jupiter to shine. Also, I thought I had a key, and apparently I don't. Jupiter is top tier. And the beautiful thing about Jupiter is that you don't even have to have a whole lot of movement speed for it to be effective, nor do you have to be very good at aiming it. You just simply move, right? Like, I'm not sitting here and consciously trying to aim Jupiter. It's not like Montezuma's Revenge or anything like that. You just naturally do it. And the gas damage that you get, the poison damage that Jupiter actually deals, is seriously some impressive stuff. Like, look at that. I'm not even doing anything. Leech had a very minimal effect on Hollow here. That was all Jupiter. I mean, it's that good. It's one of those items that I gave another chance at, and it was actually kind of born out of necessity. Like, there was a very, very bad run that we had where Jupiter was the only thing that I had, and it ended up being the greatest thing. Like, it saved the run. Like, it really did. Kind of light. I am going to use blood bombs for this. Looking for soul hearts. We don't have the pause anymore. The box is, I mean, it will give us a key, I guess. Flat file is good. I'll take flat file. High Priestess is kind of whatever. Should try to get a full charge here. Now, that being said, secret room there. Which we can actually bomb ourselves into. I keep forgetting that we have blood bombs. Oh. Well, now I don't know if we are immune to getting a greed fight, because this was the extra secret room that we spawned. Okay, Mama Mega will get us into boss rush. So I think we absolutely take Mama Mega here. And a half-price soul heart, sure. We do need to get a key, though. Pay to play is also acceptable. That would allow us... That would allow us to get into locked doors for free, essentially. Excuse me? Thank you. And it gives you... This essentially costs 2 cents. Because it gives you 5 cents back. So it's a nice little rebate. Charm the Vampire is absolutely 100% okay with me. And Crown of Light, of course, gives us a monstrous amount of damage. Okay. All right. Let's figure out a way here. A way to win. We have no way of actually reaching those. Obviously, Crown of Light's not going to... It's not going to activate until we're at full health. Bit of a little bit of curse room here. Soul hearts are fine, but I still just want the 2 cents for Keeper Sack, obviously. That's a Mimic Chest. Obviously, we don't care about Mimic Chest because we have Flat File. Hey, that was unexpected. Okay, so we're going to be able to get Keeper Sack, which is fantastic. Mama Mega gives us basically a free floor on the next floor. Also gets us into the boss rush, which is fantastic. And another nice little benefit here, nice little complementary synergy, is Mama Mega and Luna, as we're going to gain free access into every single secret room that we can possibly get into. So that's great. That's totally great. And I'll hold on to the Judgment because we might be able to turn that into something later on. If it's a regular Judgment, fine. If it's a Demon Judgment, even better. And this is 2 cents to get 5 bombs. You bet your bottom dollar your buddy's going to do that. Your bro is all over that. And even though we're not moving at this... Has the box always said Isaac on the side? I have literally never noticed that before. Huh. Huh. Did you know that? Mama Mega, it is going to destroy our donation machine, which is unfortunate. You saw right there, though, it gave us access to the other secret room we had no idea about, although can't get over there, so it's a funny joke there. Funny joke there, guy. Wait until the counterfeit penny is in your possession before you start walking over pennies. Crown of Light is active now because we healed all the way thanks to Charm of the Vampire. Thanks, Seraphim. I'm okay with Seraphim. Hermit card's going to get us out of the boss rush room, so now we can just go straight to boss rush. Because of donation machine. A little bit unfortunate, but that's okay. Get a brief movement speed upgrade here from Keeper Sack. And a nice little damage upgrade to boot. Saw that does, the Mama Mega actually does destroy a bomb beggar. It's pretty much the only thing that can. Absolutely take an Eternal Heart. We'll take another Soul Heart here. Well, we would take a Soul Heart if we if we lost any HP, which we didn't. Oh my goodness. That is a huge amount of damage thanks to Crown of Light. Cricket's head, good lord, man. There's literally no reason for us not to go and just let Mama Mega kind of do her thing. The rest of the floor. We get a shot speed upgrade, which is great. Lover's card's kind of meh. Kind of collecting the fruits of our labor. It would have been real nice had we been able to get a reroll machine inside the shop so we can at least get some use out of Keeper Sack. Well, more use anyway, but we're doing so much damage now that it's not really going to matter. We get a Guppy's Paw. This is going to be our first Guppy item of the run. Both of the secret rooms down. We still can't do anything about that. I don't know why I'm picking up keys. They're literally useless. Force of habit, I guess. And we'll go get the judgment. We can at least play the judgment. It wouldn't even matter if it's a demon judgment or not. We'll just get all the health back. Probably wouldn't take a HP upgrade at this point. You loving the sound effects here? You can believe it, the sound effects for Jupiter were nerfed. We have too much Red Heart HP at this point. Because we're not getting double deals. It's a problem. What isn't a problem is our damage, though, and our damage is spicy. Man, look at the chunkage there. And we failed another Angel Deal / Devil Deal. Yeah, we can take negative here. We're moving pretty slow, but because we have Jupiter. You could argue sticking with the counterfeit penny over the flat file, and I wouldn't say that you were necessarily wrong with that. I would just say that that's not right. I'd much rather have something that takes away all the spikes in the game and gives me access to other things versus money that we're probably never going to use, other than like this judgment that we're ironically playing right now. Could make a big time play here. Oh, baby, that counts as the second Guppy item. Look at that. Now, here's the real kicker. If we double that again, that's a third Guppy item. And yes, that would count and give us Guppy. This could be one of the most amazing and unexpected, unorthodox ways of getting Guppy ever in the history of this channel. If we get Guppy off of doubling Guppy's Paw twice, this is going to be something that gets written into the lexicon of the mosh pit forever. We could be, you could be looking at history right here, folks. Because that would be unbelievable. Cannon rock right there. I mean, this is it. We're doing it. Get those clips ready. Get those clips ready. Please let this work. You had one job, Crooked Penny. One job, man. That would have been incredible. Absolutely incredible. Man, that would have been the stuff of legends right there. Oh, well. Easy come, easy go. Still, I mean, we did get 2 Guppy items out of it, so I ain't gonna complain. Just for funsies. We would have gotten it. Would have gotten it. And yeah, black powder is not going to matter here. Now, if we really, really, really wanted to, we could turn into Black Judas. I think that that HP is probably best saved for Dark Chest. Possibly a victory lap? I don't know. We're getting... It's already 35 minutes into the video. You have flying now, by the way, so I don't have to avoid gaps. Flying makes using Jupiter so much more efficient and easier. We can just simply throw a little bit of a toot cloud over everything, and then just laugh as the gas destroys everything. We're just doing so much damage right now. But this is not a run that ever needed Jupiter, to be honest. We were getting plenty of damage out of what we had to start with before we even got Jupiter. It's nice being able to showcase what Jupiter can do, though. Because Jupiter is, like, make no mistake about it, it is S tier. Well, okay, maybe not S tier. It's definitely A tier. I don't want to say it's S tier. S tier would imply it's one of the best items in the entire game, which it's good. Don't get me wrong, it is good, but it ain't S tier. It's not like Keeper Sack tier. Okay. Well, I cannot believe that shot traveled all that way just to hit us and take care of our holy card. But we've set ourselves up for greatness here with that doubling of the guppy item. Black Pin just got utterly destroyed. It would be funny if you could double enemies or eliminate them all with the Crooked Penny. Yeah, so just adding on the supplemental damage there. Jupiter, we do get a double deal. And I do want movement. I do want movement speed. One thing I'd like better is even double movement speed. The greed get you, kids. Don't give in to greed. Oof, man. Some spicy damage right there. Would have been nice to have had a item pedestal in here, unfortunately. Not. Oh, that was like the fastest. Like the fastest non-reload shot. Okay. There's the bottom half of the map, everybody. Wait. 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 Can't keep doing this. I gotta be careful of the voice. Can't do the orc voice. Yeah, the gas is too much for falling. Oof. I mean, come on. Come on. Look at that. That's a thing of beauty right there. That damage just chunking down, just watching the boss's HP just melt away. And we did not get Guppy. We doubled Purgatory, so there's something. Unfortunately, it doesn't stack, but still something, right? Okay. Now we dodged that brimstone with less than like 0.7 movement speed, so it just goes to show you that there's no excuse for not dodging the brimstone from adversary. It can absolutely be done. Can't blame it on movement speed all the time, even though I'd like to sometimes, because it's clearly not my fault. As the player and the sole person in charge of moving and controlling Isaac, as well as the resident YouTuber here, I'm never at fault. It's always the game's fault. Okay, now that was because of all of our movement speed. Like, no cap. Okay, good. Well, there's the every wrong way possibly go on this level, everybody. Congrats, we did it. High five, high five. Just imagine our damage as Black Judas with the Crown of Light multiplier. I guess I could. Harlequin baby. Okay, well. As we give ourselves Bookworm. That little Brimmy. And Dry Baby. Why couldn't you just do that for the Guppy transformation game? It could, like, think of the thumbnail. Think of the engagement we could have had. All you had to do was just let us double Guppy's paw twice, and we would have gotten the most legendary Guppy get of all time. What I think of this room. Okay, come on now. Come on now. Really? I don't know how these shots are getting through, but I think I'm mistaking some of the tears that we're shooting through Multi-Dimensional Baby as shielded tears. And in my brain, I'm thinking that, oh, this won't hit me. This shouldn't hit me. Just play it cool.
Soul of Bethany.
Earth row. Hang on now. Hang on now.
Of Lilith.
Hang on now. Got a Perthrow rune. See where I'm going with this. You see where I'm going with this. It's a funny game. Come on! Have we learned nothing? Have we learned nothing of the lesson of greed? Well, it shows that we would have gotten Samson's chain for one of those items, so whatever. Whatever. So it was a good run overall. Really, really dominant from the start, I would say. I think that given the handicap of the really bad movement speed thanks to Jupiter, but still the damage upgrade that we get from Jupiter, it's too good, man. Too good. It would have been an amazing, amazing Guppy get had we gotten it with Crooked Penny. But you know what? I'll take the dub there. Thank you for watching, everyone. Hope you had a great start to your midweek here in the Mosh Pit. And let me know in the comments down below, did you think we were going to get Guppy? Post them in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. Let me know if you played the seed and if you actually got a better roll than I did. And or if you ended up deciding to exploit knowing which roll was going to double and which one wasn't on the Crooked Penny, and did you go back and get yourself Guppy itself? As always, I'll see you all next time. Until then, so long, everybody. Thanks for watching this video. I'd like to thank some patrons of mine like Seven Fangs and Dakota Taylor. If you'd like to have your name read at the end of Isaac episode, check out my Patreon campaign, which you can find down below, or by going to patreon.com/Sinvicta.